Welcome back. This channel is geared toward young men who find today's society confusing. Previously, I discussed that a lack of purpose leads to a loss of power.
Seeking external validation leads to a loss of power.
Powerful men
Never need or seek the validation of others. They get their validation from an internal source. Men who seek or have power forge their own path. They do not care about the opinion of others. These men have their own codes and principles. They are accountable only to themselves. They hold themselves to high standards, but it is important to understand that they set these standards for themselves.
validation.
The process of acceptance. External validation is the quest for acceptance by others. Internal validation is acceptance by self. A man must understand the concept of validation, both internal and external. When he finds himself seeking external validation, he must stop and question why he is doing this. While it is nice to be accepted by others and receive recognition, one must never actively seek such acceptance. A man of power knows his worth and does not care if others accept him or not.
Seeking approval.
When a man has a need to seek approval from others, he limits his freedom of action. This self-imposed limit is what leads to a loss of power. Men who constantly seek approval from others cannot pursue their own purpose. Of course, when any man makes pleasing someone else his purpose, he will engage in behaviors that are not in his own best interests. Often this happens when a man desires the affections of a woman. Men have known to make decisions that are not in their best interest when trying to impress a woman. He might go into debt or take time away from more important activities in order to spend time with her. Many men will please multiple women that they are not intimate with just to get female validation. This is something that most men do at a young age, but men of power realize that in fact they are the prize and women should be trying to get their attention. Reputation. Validation must never be confused with reputation. A man should always seek to enhance and improve his reputation, but never at the expense of seeking validation from others. A man with a good reputation has power. This power can be translated into money. For example, a man who has a good reputation as a great plumber will get jobs that other plumbers might not get, and he can charge a higher fee than other plumbers. This man guards his reputation as an excellent plumber, but does not need or seek validation from others because he knows that he is an excellent plumber. He strives to be the best plumber that he can be and holds himself to higher standards than anyone else will. Every man should strive to enhance his reputation. An excellent reputation can be a source of power. Competence. A competent man is a man on the path of acquiring power. In whatever endeavor he chooses to pursue, he must strive to consistently improve his competence in that endeavor. It is this competence that will lead to an enhanced reputation and thus to an increase in power. The plumber in the previous slide must first be competent in order to earn a good reputation. Achieving competence is just the first step on the road to excellence. If one lacks competence, then one lacks internal validation and thus lacks power. This lack of power will cause one to seek external validation, which will increase the loss of power one experiences. Confidence. Confidence comes from being competent. When a man gains this confidence, he does not need external validation from others to determine his self-worth. Once competence is achieved, then confidence can be gained. This confidence allows a man to ignore the need for external validation. Once you get to a point in your life that you no longer need external validation, you are free and powerful. You then live your life for you instead of for others. You are able to do anything that is legal as long as you can afford to do it. The world is open to exploration without hindrances. You will have a confidence that few men ever attain. A man should understand that seeking external validation will lead to a loss of power due to trying to impress others. He will tend to make decisions based on the benefit of that decision on others instead of the benefit of that decision on him. If a man is competent and confident, he will then have internal validation. A man with a strong sense of internal validation feels no need to please others unnecessarily, and thus is able to freely pursue his purpose. Live your life for you. You alone should set the standards and principles that guides you on your journey through your life. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for listening.